Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Callie, this is Callie's Collectible Reviews, and today I'm going to take a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdomm Commander Class Rodimus Prime. Now this thing, it is an absolute beaut. As you can see, just having a quick look at it, it looks amazing. It really does. But I'm going to get into the review station and take a closer look at this guy and everything he comes with. I shall catch you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so here we are, and here he is, out of his packaging in all of his glory, with all of the accessories he comes with. Sorry, that was my computer making a noise. But first we're going to take a look at the box, and then we'll move on to the accessories. Now the box, as I was going to say, is huge, but it does have a lovely piece of artwork. If I can show this off properly, a wonderful piece of artwork of Rodimus Prime in both modes. Absolutely amazing in my opinion. That piece of artwork carries on around the side, as you can see. On the back, you have your obviously you have your promotional product shots and everything. There he is in robot mode. There's some of the accessories. These are a different colour. Here they're clear. What you get is not. Vehicle mode, and battle platform mode. But that is about it for the box, so I'm going to put that to one side and carry on. Adjust my camera slightly. Stay. And there we go. So this is all of the accessories that come with Rodimus Prime. I'm just... Oh, sorry, just moving things. We'll go over the effects pieces first. You get this, which is for his Matrix of Leadership. Very similar to the one that came with the Studio series, I believe. Slightly denser plastic than what we're used to with effects pieces, but I will show that off when we get to robot mode. You get two of these, which are like little blast effect, flame effect type things, done in a nice blue. You can attach these to the guns, or you can attach them. I'll show you how these work, but you get those. And then you get this one, which is actually made up of multiple pieces. So you can use this in kind of lots of different configurations with the figures. You know, give them to different... If you've got more Transformers than just this one, you can give it to some others. And it really does help create some nice little battle scenes. So there you go. Now, these are the parts I was on about. They're meant to be like smoke effects for the stacks, but they're black. Now, I've got nothing against it, but it ends up looking like smog. If it had been like clear or a smoky kind of pearlescent-y kind of colour to it, so it actually looked like, you know, smoke coming out of a smokestack on a truck, I think it would have worked a lot better. But you get two of them. They're kind of like mirrors of each other because obviously they go on opposite sides. But yeah, so you get two of those. You get his sword, which I think is the Sword of Primus, and I think that features more in the IDW comics. Slight blemish on it right there. But there you go, there's the sword. Here's his blaster. You just pop it open. It folds up. It doesn't split apart, unfortunately, like the Power of the Primes one did, but still, good looking gun. Does what it needs to. So there you go, you've got that. Now we'll take a look at this big chunky boy. Now, I'm not going to be able to fit this all in camera very well. There we go, there we go. Okay, so that's the side profile. And I love this flame deco on the side. It's amazing. Same on the front. And I love the way that it's picked out with that black line. It really kind of highlights it. And I love the yellow against the orange. The orange is so vibrant. And I love that Autobot symbol. Slightly off center, but I don't care. And you can see some of the molded details you've got on this. There's the other side. There's I'm not going to be able to get a top view unless I go sideways on, but there's a top view. And you come around to the back. And for these little effects pieces, they plug into here. So you can make it look like he's boosting or something, you know. And these pieces go on the sides here. I'm going to try my best to keep this in camera while I do this, because it can be quite tricky to do. You just kind of got to line it up and push it all the way in. And there you go. And you see what I mean? It kind of looks like Smog. Do the same the other side. Keep it in camera, Callie. You got it the wrong way up. No, you had it the right way up. Oh dear. Watch Callie fumble with Transformers. That's what I'm going to call this episode. And there you go. So it kind of gets a Smog effect kind of going as he's driving down the highway. You can separate these two. I'll just take these effects pieces off first. And then I will show off the figure in all of its glory. Well, I'll show off the vehicle mode in all of its glory. And there you go. There is Rodimus Prime minus his trailer. And I think it's a very well done Rodimus Prime. Yes, his feet are blatant at the back, like literally. Sorry about that, there was a knock at the door. As I was saying, yeah, here he is in his sort of standalone vehicle mode, his car mode, I suppose you could call it. The only thing I can really gripe about this on appearance-wise is these should be silver. On every other hot rod, the wheels have been silver, so might have to paint that up. But the pipes are done very well. The flames are, you know, same as it was in, you know, when it was connected. The spoiler, that I love the molded details on this, the vents and all that kind of stuff, and that lovely bright orange and the yellow. You can actually store some of the weapons on vehicle mode. You can plug that into there to sort of give him a tailpipe, I guess. Or you can store it the other way up, like so. And it doesn't really affect ground clearance too much. I mean, it's not got the greatest ground clearance in the world anyway, but it doesn't really affect it that much. The gun you can store on vehicle mode. I'm trying to remember how you do this. That was it. It was fold it up, and it stores like so. And I guess if you wanted to, you could open it out, have him shooting backwards. Always. There you go. You can do that. You can do that if you really want to. But I personally, if he is like separated from that mode and he's in his vehicle mode. I just like to leave him as is. Now we'll take a closer look at the trailer. So give me 2 seconds while I just clear some space. Okay then, so here we go. So to get the trailer into one of its 3 modes, it kind of has 3 modes anyway. You've got trailer mode, which is mode 1. Okay, that is mode 1. Second mode, you can do this. You split it down the middle. Lift this piece up, which I love how this is on like actual little like hydraulics on the inside. That's a neat little touch. You flip this part down. This will connect to any of the base formers that you may have, or if you've got the Optimus Prime from Earthrise, you can actually connect the 2 trailers together. But you want to drop that down like so. Bring this piece all the way down and drop, so you have something that looks like this. Let me just adjust my camera slightly. There we go. You then take this piece and you lift all of this up, flip this bit down, rotate, flip out the panels there, raise up the handles, and there you go. There is one configuration for it. Not the greatest, but it works. This piece can actually come off of the base. You flip in this peg, and it becomes its own kind of freestanding turret. It's got molded in little wheels. I'm not sure how well that's going to pick up. Molded in little wheels, but they don't, there's no like any actual wheels. So it's just for standing up on its own if you want it to. And you could use the trailer for like weapon storage or something. I don't know, but it's there. Now the next configuration, I'll put this off to one side for a moment. Now the next configuration, dead simple. You just want to flip that up, that down, this all the way up, and this part, pull it down, and this part comes down on top. Then you take this part and you plug it straight into there. And then you've got the proper battle platform mode. All done. And you can take the blast effects and you just plug those into the ends of these cannons, like so. And there you go. You've got the guns shooting. There you go. Right, I'm going to get this guy back into his proper mode, and I'll do a quick comparison. Okay, so there's both Optimus Prime and Rodimus Prime in their truck and trailer modes, I suppose is the best way to put it. In my opinion, they look pretty good together, but you can definitely see that if you put, you know, 2 trailer ends together, Optimus Prime is definitely a lot shorter than Rodimus. And I mean, I know they say it's, you know, it's not the size that matters. It kind of is. And here they are both in just standalone vehicle mode. So there's Optimus, there's Rodimus. And I think scale-wise between the 2 of them, it's not so bad. I mean, if you get them, they're about the same kind of length. See it more from this perspective. Let me line it back up. There we go. You can see there that Rodimus is like a hair longer than Optimus. I'm going to get these guys transformed and do a proper review of the figure in robot mode. Okay, so here he is in robot mode, and I have to say, the robot mode for this guy is awesome. I mean, just look at that head sculpt. Let me get the light on. I mean, look at that. The blue eyes, the silver paint, just absolutely amazing in my opinion. The hands are articulated. You've got a couple of joints here in the first finger, and hinge at the palm and at the joint there. So you can actually, she says, get him in almost a pointing pose. Let me see if I can get this. Come on. Back joint is a bit stiff. Doesn't like to move. Bend those fingers in. Make more of a fist shape. And then point. Well, that'll do. But yeah, you can have him kind of pointing if you want. There we go. It got stuck. You can kind of have him that right there. Articulation on this guy's pretty good. You've got joints all up in here to use. So you've got like butterfly joint essentially for the shoulder. Can go that far up before he whacks himself in the head. Double jointed elbows, which is always nice. It's the same both sides. Same with the hands. The wrists are on rotation, and you do get a little bit of inward movement as well. Hips can go that far out to the side. There are little skirt pieces here that will move out of the way for you. They come up like that. Leg gets about there. It's not too bad. Can go that far forward. Put the skirt piece down. Not too far back. You've got double jointed knees, and you get just over 90 degrees of bend there. And the thighs are on rotation as well. Now, posing this guy. He poses pretty damn well. But let's see how he looks. I will say his knees are a little bit funny because there's multiple joints in the knees. So just be careful how you handle it. It's the best thing I can say. Now, for his sword, you want to get his hand open, like so. Take the sword, and you kind of have to, trying to keep this in camera, you kind of have to slot it in. It's tricky, but it can be done. There you go. You just kind of slot it in like that, and then wrap his hand around it. And there you go. He's wielding his sword. Looking all noble and stoic. You can then take the gun, and get the fingers all in the right places, and just slot that in. Open his hand a bit, sorry. Try and do this in camera. There we go. His hand's all messed up. Come on, there we go. And the same with the sword, just wrap the fingers around it. And there you go, you've got him with his big blaster. So you got him all armed and ready for combat. Now, as per the instructions, you can take this part of the effects piece, just the end of it, and plug that in to the end of his gun. But he doesn't really have the elbow strength to hold it up. The best thing you can do is kind of straighten the arm out. So he's doing a blast off to one side. That's kind of the best you can really do with it. unless you do some like two-hand posing, like I tend to have him on the shelf. If you don't want him holding the weapons, you can simply pop that off, drop his arm down, let go, let go, close up the hand, flip him around to the back, well actually to his side first, sorry, because you can take the gun and you can either store it up high like that, or down here, hanging a bit lower like that. I personally prefer it up here. Then the sword has got this little 5mm port on it, peg, sorry. You simply push that out. She says, and you can take the sword and store it on his back, like so. Now, for the rest of the effects pieces that this guy comes with, they can be used with him. These can be attached to the arm pipes if you want to do that, like he's blowing smoke at somebody. Okay, you can do it. This piece, though, you come here, and there's like a little kind of slot. You just want to pull on that and pull his chest open, which reveals some more wonderful molded detail and his own little matrix of leadership, which you take it out. There you go. It's the same kind of matrix that we've seen before. Got a hole on the back so it can plug in, and there you go. You're supposed to take this piece and just pop it onto here. It's supposed to. I can never remember which way up it's supposed to go though. Well, it does peg on. I can assure you it does. I've got him posed with it before. Come on. Go on. There we go. And you get kind of that effect, like at the end of the film where he opens it and he holds it up and yeah, arise, Rodimus Prime, all that, yeah, you can do that. So there we go. Right, I'm going to put this back in his chest and get him posed with his battle platform so you can take a look at that. And there he is in all of his glory, posed in his little battle platform, and I think you can agree this guy is amazing. He's definitely one of the best hot rods we've ever received, in my opinion. I'm a big hot rod fangirl anyway, so this just, oh, it's just the icing on the cake. But, quick comparison. Here he is with Optimus and his battle platform, and, yeah. I think Rodimus wins this round. And here he is posed with Optimus Prime, just without the trailers. Yeah. Big difference, but both absolutely lovable. I'm going to jump back out of the review station now and give you my final thoughts. Okay then, so that was my review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Commander Class Kingdomm Rodimus Prime. Sorry, I missed the Kingdomm out there. But, yeah. Amazing figure in my opinion. There are a few kind of niggly little bits, like the paint on the wheels, things like that. The one thing I did forget to show off is there's actually a storage tray underneath the trailer. I don't very often use it, but it's there. Ratings out of 10. I'm going to go with a 9 on this one. Just paint, amazing. Sculpt, amazing. Accessories, amazing. Size, just whoo! But, yeah. I highly, highly recommend, if you can, pick this figure up. It is definitely one worth getting. If you're a fan of Transformers, if you are a fan of Hot Rod like myself, you can definitely appreciate this figure just for how amazing it really is. But I'm going to catch you next time. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I shall see you next time. Mwah. Bye for now, everyone.
Transformers, more than meets the